Hello, I'm Laura. It's Tuesday, January 6th, 2026, and these are today's Heartlines. Our theme for Heartlines this week is the ground of faith. And today we stand on that ground by recognizing the love that is within and all around us and giving it life in our world. In fact, life is the spiritual power that we celebrate on this day of Epiphany. And Epiphany is actually the traditional celebration of the wise men coming to the Christ child and giving their gifts. You know, it never says in the Bible that there were three kings or even three wise men. It says that there were three gifts that were given. So there could have been a couple of wise men, there could have been 20 wise men. But those three gifts are what we can focus on in bringing love to life. The first gift was the gift of gold. And gold is actually a symbol of the richness of spirit and the authority of spiritual power in our lives. And we bring that richness into manifestation by giving of our own gifts, by giving from our own resources, be they material resources or emotional resources when we hold hands with our friends and pray with them or support them in some special way, or just the resources we have of our own spiritual gifts to give to the world. And that brings us to the second gift, frankincense. Frankincense is the beauty of spirit with its beautiful fragrance that actually helps to take people into that spiritual state of mind. And it is brought forth in life through what we give to the beauty of life, through our creative activity. And finally, we have myrrh. Myrrh is what was used in ancient times to embalm the body after someone had passed away, because it actually was considered to be an ointment of eternal life, to give someone the gift of eternal life. So in honoring eternal life, we can actually do that in this moment through life-promoting activity. And life-promoting activity is something that helps others not just survive, but thrive in life when we dedicate ourselves to supporting them in some special way. So we're going to look at giving all of these gifts at the cradle of the Christ, which is our own heart. And it is love that dwells in our heart, and it is love we honor today by celebrating the life that we can give it. So let's do so right now by taking a deep breath and closing our eyes and holding to this spiritual idea. I stand on the ground of faith, dedicated and consecrated to the living spirit of love in all people, as I give of my resources, create beauty in my world, and support others through life-promoting activity. I'll say that again. I stand on the ground of faith, dedicated and consecrated to the living spirit of love in all people, as I give of my resources, create beauty in my world, and support others through life-promoting activity. And so it is. So when we see all that is happening in our world, and we see how it brings some distress, not just to us, but to others, we can actually approach life by giving love to it. We can activate love by looking at what is happening in our world, listening to the wisdom of our hearts, and following that heart's guidance. Like the star in the east that led the wise men to the cradle of the Christ, we can promote love in our world by giving it life through our resources, our creativity, and our life-promoting activities. I'm going to close with some beautiful words written by Reverend Elizabeth Longo on the last article of With Love at Christmas. She said, "I move forward boldly toward God's highest vision for my life. I breathe life into my intentions. I listen to the still small voice within that assures me, you matter, you are worthy. Follow your heart. You are deeply and wholly loved." Wouldn't it be great if all people could feel this way? That's why we're here. So thank you for joining me today, and have a wonderful day.